back at the world famous Whiskey A Go Go. Can you believe it? It's
Yeah.
the Mad Monster Tour.
That's right.
Doyle and John Five. How the
That's
hell
right.
did that come together?
Well, you know, I was gonna put together a tour, and I, you know, loved Doyle, and I was like, man, it'd be cool if we did a tour together. And he was already doing a tour, so we just made it work for, you know, a certain amount of shows. So luckily, it's, you know, this is the first night of it with Doyle. We played last night in Ramona, and which was great, and it's gonna be a great night tonight.
Awesome. Halloween is in the air and all that. And
Yeah.
of course, so much history in the whiskey. Now I know growing up in Michigan, watching Hee Haw, listening to these records, you know, what was it about a band like, you know, Van Halen that really, you know, struck you?
Well, you know, it was an epiphany, just like, you know, anything else when you're a young kid. You listen and you hear something, and it really strikes a chord with you, and, you know, it just sticks with you, and it's important to find that inspiration and hold on to it. You know, it was just like Jimi Hendrix or Kiss or Van Halen, Yngwie, and, you know, so on and so forth, you know, and you always have to watch out for that inspiration and grab hold of it.
Yeah, I know you collaborate with David Lee Roth.
That's
and
right.
I know we're all curious about the unreleased album, and I know that's David's call, but I'm sure you hope the world gets to hear that.
Yeah, you know, hopefully people will get to hear it, and that is Dave's call, and you know, hopefully it'll come out one day, because it's something else.
Yeah, and I know it had to be kind of surreal to be growing up with the Van Halen poster probably on the wall, and then you're hanging out with Dave, eating tacos, writing songs.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we've been friends forever. And last time I played here, Michael Anthony got up on stage with me and played and sang "Somebody Get Me a Doctor" and played bass and sang. So it was great, you know. It was really a cool night.
Yeah, we miss Michael in VH. It's too bad all the original four aren't there. And
you know, it's you know, it's just how things go, and you know, what can you say? You know,
what's past is past. Hopefully the future has more surprises.
Van Halen is awesome. Their last tour was incredible, and it sounded great. And you know, of course, Wolfie is so talented. He's incredible. Great bass player, great drummer. You know, it's incredible drummer too. You know, great musician. So, you know, they had an incredible tour.
Yeah. I just talked to this morning. I don't know if you know about the book Van Halen Rising. Have you heard about it?
No.
Greg Renoff wrote this book. He's got Ted Templeman, everybody interviewed in there, but it's all about the early days of the backyard parties in Pasadena, and of course their first tour when they opened for Black Sabbath and Journey, and just started blowing the legends off the stage. You know,
right,
what an amazing time that was. I don't know if you got to see that, but I was in the Northwest and helped put on some of those shows, and Van Halen was the opening act for Sabbath on the Never Say Die tour. And it was like the changing of the guard, because they obviously with Roth and Eddie, they were shot out of a cannon. The songs were hooky, catchy. It was like this whole electrical spectacle, and then Sabbath had to try and follow that, and they were kind of tired and, you know, probably on their last legs. Obviously Ozzy's last tour with them, but what an amazing time. And I can't get enough of those stories of them playing in the backyard parties out here in San Marino and Pasadena. You know, and
it just was a great time, and it still is a great time. You know, it's like they're playing, you know, these huge shows now, and they played those backyard parties, and now, you know, with the internet, you can hear the recordings of these backyard parties.
The demos.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Now I know the independent life is doing well for you. Greatest Hits Volume 1.
Yeah.
Tongue in cheek, but these are your tunes, man. I mean, the fact that you can record at your house and do what you want and put them out and still play with Rob Zombie and do what you do. I mean, tell us about that.
It's a great life, you know, I can't complain. And it's the greatest hits. It's, you know, just, it's fun. It's for the fans and the fans' favorite songs. And there's a DVD that comes with a physical CD. And
you know, a fan shot that, or?
Yeah, it's really raw.
So they just reached out to you and said, "Hey, man, we got the show."
Well, I was kind of looking for it because I wanted to do something like Cliff 'Em All. Metallica did this videotape Cliff 'Em All, because I remember watching that as a kid, and it was so raw. It really felt like you were at the show, and I wanted to do something like that. And yeah, the DVD is awesome, and we're selling the physical copy of the greatest hits at the concerts, so it's really a special thing.
Yeah. And then you got the digital world, you can upload and do your TuneCore thing.
It's changed my life. It's been such a great tool, useful tool, you know, the doing it like iTunes and Amazon and all that stuff. It's incredible. Yeah.
Well, I know you're multitasker, so it's probably not shifting gears that much by playing with Rob and doing your solo stuff and obviously working on the film scores and stuff. Is it just all sides of the same brain? Just you can do it almost spontaneously?
No, it's a lot of work.
You got to shift gears.
Yeah, you got to shift gears. It's a lot of work, you know. But you know, I'm so happy. Because I never wished any of this. You know, my dreams didn't even go this far. So it's a great life, and I love meeting the fans and talking to them, because I just wanted to be a studio guy and you know, play in the studio and go home every night. You know, so I never even dreamt this or anybody would even know my name. So it's great.
Yeah, I know you got the movie 31 coming up in post-production. What's your involvement with that, and how great is it working with Rob?
Well, I mean, working with Rob, people ask me, what's your dream gig? And I always say Rob Zombie. It's the truth. You know, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And working on the movies, it's tough to do a film score. It's a lot of work. And that comes out next year, and the new Zombie record comes out next year. And also in December, I'm doing there's a benefit for Tony McAlpine at the Wiltern with Steve Vai and Zach Sabbath, you know, with Zach Wilde and myself, and we're doing a benefit for Tony and trying to raise some money. It's a great cause, and to raise some money for Tony. You know? Yeah. So then, you know, just next year is packed full of stuff. Yeah.
So you can do your solo stuff and just see where it fits in. You just
do
constantly
it, you know?
working on stuff.
I talk to Rob, and I say, Rob, you know, when's a good time for me to go tour? And he'll tell me, you know. So it's great, and it's such a wonderful thing. Yeah. You know, it's such a wonderful. He's the best dude in the world. Yeah. He's the best dude in the world.
Yeah, I was there front row at the Ramones tribute, knocking out the Ramones songs over there in the Hollywood Forevermore tour. He had that feel to kind of send off the Ramones in a nice way.
Great. He's amazing at covers. I mean, he can sing anything. It's amazing, you know. But yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah. Any little tips on the new album? What can we expect with the new Rob Zombie album?
New Rob Zombie record is, I'll tell you, it's so hooky. It's heavy, hooky, full of great songs, really crazy songs, and I mean, it's by far my favorite Zombie record. Hands down, no comparison. You know, even my favorite over White Zombie or anything like that. It's incredible. Wow. Yeah, I'm psyched. I cannot wait for it to come out.
It's going to be a big year.
It's going to be a big year.
You know, I know we had the pleasure of inducting you at the IS Rock Honors in North Hollywood. And why is it important to kind of give back and help the next generation come up and kind of inspire them?
Well, they're the ones that are going to take over. They're going to take over. It's not, you know, I wonder if they're going to take over. They're going to take over, just like the sun is going to set tonight.
Just like Van Halen passed you the torch.
It's going to happen. So these young kids, maybe someone tonight is going to be here tonight or somewhere at some other show, and that is what's going to happen. I know it. Because it's going to happen.
You had mentors, so it feels good to mentor others, and
hopefully
they mentor someone else.
Hopefully I'm inspiring a couple people on the way.
Yeah. What other advice do you have to young creative people?
I would say just practice, play what you love, get out there and play live, and do it, because if you don't do it, somebody else will do it. So why not you?
Yeah. And these days with all the tools, you don't have to sit there and wait for a deal and wait for this
Yeah.
and wait for that. You can pretty much show the world what you got from
Yeah.
your own place.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Mad Monsters Tour is going to be incredible with Doyle.
Yes.
Can't wait for the Greatest Hits Volume 1 and that new Rob Zombie album, 31. What an
Yes.
amazing life.
Yes.
Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you very much.